They ought to make the day the time changes the first day of summer.
What?
Well, it's 8 o'clock and it's still light.
A lot of good the extra daylight does us. Now we've still got a 3-hour drive back. We're not going to be home until after midnight.
Well, if it really bugged you, Johnny, you wouldn't do it.
You think I want to blow Sunday on a scene like this? Lonely old cemetery out in the middle of nowhere. No houses around unless you count that creepy old farmhouse with the gas pumps. That place can't have seen a coat of paint in 50 years. You know, I figure we're either going to have to move Mother out here or move the grave into Pittsburgh.
She can't make a trip like this.
No, I don't know that she can't. Hey, is any of that candy left?
No.
Look at this wreath. We still remember. I don't. You know, I don't even remember what the man looks like.
Johnny, it takes you 5 minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes to put the wreath on the grave and 6 hours to drive back and forth. Mother wants to remember, so we trot 200 miles into the country, and she stays home.
Well, we're here, John, all right?
Well, there's no one around.
Well, it's late. If you'd gotten up earlier...
Oh, look. I already lost an hour's sleep in the time change.
I think you complain just to hear yourself talk. There it is.
Wonder what happened to the wreath from last year. Each year we spend good money on these things. We come out here and the one from last year is gone.
Well, the flowers die and the caretaker or somebody takes them away.
Yeah. A little spit and polish, you can clean it up, sell it next year. I wonder how many times we bought the same one.
O God, who has commanded us to honor our father and our mother, in thy mercy have pity on the soul
come on,
of
Barb.
my father.
Church was this morning.
And forgive him his trespasses and make me to see him again in the joy of
praying for
everlasting
church,
brightness.
huh? Come on.
Through Christ our Lord. Amen. I haven't seen you in church lately.
Well, there's not much sense in me going to church. Do you remember one time when we were small? We were out here. It was from right over there. I jumped out at you from behind a tree and Grandpa got all excited. And he shook his fist at me and said, "Boy, you'll be damned to hell." Remember that? Right over there. Well, you used to be really scared there.
Johnny.
Well, you always were afraid of cemeteries and death and dying. I think you're still afraid.
Stop it now. I mean it.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Stop it. You're ignorant.
They're coming for you, Barbara.
Stop it. You're acting like a child.
They're coming for you. Look, there comes one of them now.
He'll hear you. Who is that?
It's Frankenstein's monster. It's a vampire. No, I know. It's a grave robber. Better guard Dad's grave.
Johnny, what a terrible thing to say. Can't you be serious about anything?
Not on an empty stomach. But you have to admit, he does walk a bit like Frankenstein's monster.
Yes. And he's coming right towards us. He's almost here. I hope he's not hurt.
Maybe you should go ask if he needs help. Scared? He can't be an axe murderer. He doesn't have an axe.
Oh, Johnny, you talk to him, please. You're impossible. Hello? Can we help you? Are you the groundskeeper? We were just putting a wreath on our father's grave.
Unless...
What did you say, Johnny?
Unless he left it behind that tree.
Left what behind the tree?
His axe.
I'm so sorry. You will have to excuse my...
Let her go! What are you doing? Let her go!
Oh, thank you. He's a madman. Johnny, he was strangling me. You leave my brother alone.
Barbara, run! Get in the car.
I can't. Watch out, Johnny. He's got a rock. Let him out. Please. No! No! Johnny, no! No, please. Just let me go. I won't tell anyone. I won't. Please, no. Oh,
I couldn't let them get you. How many were after you?
Just one. There's this crazy man. You mean there's a group of them?
It's worse than that. I had a whole mob of them after me, and the radio in the truck said it's going on all over. Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, Trenton, parts of New York City. They don't know... Wait, we need to finish getting the doors and windows boarded up. I did the front, haven't done back here yet. That's why I had you come around back. I haven't even checked upstairs yet, and I think I found a basement door, but I couldn't get in. But the first floor is the most important. I don't think they can climb. There's some furniture and some doors and scrap wood in the front that I've been using to board things up. Help me carry stuff back here. I'm all done up there. Okay, can you take these boards and the bucket of nails back to the kitchen? I'm going to get this table apart. The drop leaves will be great across the kitchen door, and I think the legs would be good clubs if we need them. Oh, and while you're in there, look around and see if you can find a key for the gas pumps. The truck's out of gas, that's why I pulled in here, but the pumps are locked. I looked, but maybe you'll think of some place I missed.
You don't live here?
No, I said I was just driving to get away from those things, and I pulled up here to try to get gas. I haven't checked the whole house, but I don't think anybody's here. My name's Ben.
My name's Barbara. Is there a phone?
Yeah, in the front hallway, but it doesn't work. Whatever you dial, even the operator, you just get a recording that your call could not be completed. Bring the rest of the wood in here, would you? I'm just doing the windows for now, because I think the lock on the door will hold. At least we get some warning, and we might need to get out in a hurry. And I think when we get the windows boarded up, it's safer to peek out. Bring a couple of the clubs, too. You didn't see a key, did you?
No keys. Here you go. It's scary not knowing where they are out there, or how many.
Well, I can see them as I'm boarding up the windows, and there are a couple over on the other side of the house by the trees. Just standing and waiting. I can't tell if they saw me, but they didn't react. I don't know if there are any in the front. I guess the one that was chasing you might be there. When we get the windows closed up, we can peek out through the boards, and we can look up through the upstairs windows. Can you bring me those drop leaves when I'm ready to start on the door? There's only the one hammer, unless you can find another one.
I can see the one that chased me on the front lawn by the pumps. I don't see any more in the front. I'm going to check upstairs.
No, wait, we don't know what's up there. Let me come with you.
A body! A dead body at the top of the stairs. Her face was off. Just a skull with eyes in it.
It's okay. Let me see. Jesus. She looks half-eaten and her skull is smashed in.
What's happening?
Wait a minute. I want to grab one of those
What's
clubs.
happening?
I don't know.
What are they doing?
Two of them. They're hitting the truck with rocks. There are two of them out there. Did you see any more by the truck?
I don't know.
I can take care of these
I don't
two.
know.
I know you're afraid,
I don't
but
know.
we have
I don't know. What's happening?
I've got to get them away from the truck. If we lose that truck, we can't get out of here. I can smash them with this club. Stay in here until I get back. Yeah, that's it. Come and get it. How about you? You want some? Oh, let go! Die! 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 Die!
Oh, what's happening? Ben? Ah! Ben! Help! Ben!
That'll do it. I didn't see this one. It must have gotten past me while I was fighting with the other ones. Well, they know we're in here now. Where are those matches? I'm going to drag this outside and burn it. They don't like fire. I saw that. Here they are. There were a bunch of them out there. Are you sure you didn't see any more when you were running here? Where were you running from? Could you help me with the back door? I think we'd better board it up if we're going to be here for a while. I had a hard time managing the large boards on the front one by myself. Well, God damn it! I'm sorry. Look, I know you're afraid. I'm afraid too, but we have to try to work together. finish boarding up the house, find food, tools, things we can use as weapons. Now I'm going to finish boarding up the door, you understand? We'll be all right here till someone comes to rescue us, but we'll have to work together. You'll have to help me. Now I want you to come with me and help with the door. And then we need to go around and make sure that there are no other ways in. You understand? Okay? Okay.
Uh-huh.
Here, I'll take the other end and we can get these in there. Then can you help me hold the boards up while I hammer them in? That's why I had so much trouble on the front door. Here.
Like this?
That's great. There, that's it for the kitchen door. And all the windows down here are done. This floor is pretty secure. If we have to, we can run in the dining room and board up the doors. You look like you could stand to sit down for a while. So where were you running from? You seemed like you were in shock. I mean, no more than I would expect.
We were riding in the cemetery. Johnny and me. Johnny, we came to put a wreath on my father's grave. Johnny and he said, "Can I have some candy, Barbara?" And we didn't have any, and oh, it's hot in here. Hot. And he said, "Oh, it's late. Why did we start so late?" And I said, "Johnny, if you'd gotten up earlier, we wouldn't be late." And Johnny asked me if I were afraid. And I said, "I'm not afraid, Johnny." And then this man started walking up the road. He came slowly, and Johnny kept teasing me and saying, "He's coming to get you, Barbara." And I laughed at him, and I said, "Johnny, stop it." And then I went up to this man, and I was going to apologize.
Why don't you just keep calm?
And I looked up, and I said, "Good evening." And he grabbed me. He grabbed me, and he ripped at me. He held me, and he ripped at my clothes, and I thought he was going to bite me.
I think you should just calm down.
I screamed, "Johnny, Johnny, help me, help me." And he wouldn't let me go. He ripped, and then Johnny came, and he ran, and he fought this man, and I got so afraid. I ran, and Johnny didn't come. I got in the car, and it wouldn't start. And it finally started, and I wanted to get Johnny, but the man was chasing me. I was watching him in the rearview mirror, and I hit a tree, and I was so scared, and I just ran. We have to wait for Johnny. I think we better go out and get him. We have to go out and get Johnny. He's out there. I left him. I shouldn't have left Johnny. I was just so scared because I thought, but he's not. He'll be okay if we go get him.
When did you last see your brother? Where was he and what was he doing?
Oh, he was on the ground. The man had hit him. I think he needed to... Oh, well, it must have hurt. Anybody would have had to lie down. Anybody. But then the man came and followed me. So Johnny will be okay if we go get him. Please, don't you hear me? We've got to go out and get him. Please, we have got to go get Johnny. Please, help me, please.
Don't you know what's going on out there? This is no Sunday school picnic.
Oh, don't you understand? My brother's alone.
Your brother is dead?
No, my brother is not dead.
Listen, if you go outside, those things will kill you. And if you try to open up these doors and let those things in here so they can kill me, I will stop you. You're upset and I don't blame you. Lie down, sleep if you can. We need to take care of ourselves now. That's a big enough job.
Johnny.
Because of the obvious threat to untold numbers of citizens, and because of the crisis which is even now developing, this radio station will remain on the air day and night.
Wonder if there's anything useful in these
This
closets.
station and hundreds of other radio and TV stations throughout this part of the country are pooling their resources through an emergency network hookup to keep you informed of all developments. At this hour, we repeat, these are the facts as we know them. There is an epidemic of mass murder being committed by a virtual army of unidentified assassins.
What are you doing?
Collecting wood and making torches. I'm going to wrap the ends of these table legs with strips of curtains and soak them in lighter fluid. Then I'm going to make a fire in the fireplace and make them light things in a hurry. That way we can scare them off if we have to. It's all right. You go back to sleep if you can.
Or what to guard yourself against. Reaction of law enforcement officials is one of complete bewilderment at this hour. So far, we have been unable to determine that any kind of organized investigation is yet underway. Police, sheriff's deputies, and emergency ambulances are literally deluged with calls for help. The scene can best be described as mayhem. Mayors of Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, and Miami, along with the governors of several eastern and midwestern states, have indicated the National Guard may be mobilized at any moment, but that has not happened as yet. The only advice our reporters have been able to get from official sources is for private citizens to stay in their homes behind locked doors. Ladies and gentlemen, we've just received word that the President has called a meeting of his cabinet to deal with the sudden epidemic of murder which has seized the eastern third of this nation. The meeting is scheduled to convene within the hour. Members of the presidential cabinet will be joined by officials of the FBI and the Joint Chiefs behind closed doors. A White House spokesman, in announcing this conference, says there will be an official announcement as soon as possible following that meeting. This is the latest dispatch just received in our newsroom. Latest word also from National Press Services in Washington, D.C. now tells us that the emergency presidential conference we've just mentioned will include high-ranking scientists from the National Aeronautics and Space Administration.
NASA?
You're awake.
This latest bulletin. Repeating, this meeting of the president and his cabinet will include the Joint Chiefs of Staff and also top scientists from NASA. Law enforcement officials are at a loss to explain or even to theorize about the reasons for this wave of murder. So far, their advice to the general public is summarized in the words of T.K. Dunmore of Camden, North Carolina, who is quoted as saying, quote, "Tell the people, for God's sake, to get off the streets. Tell them to go home and lock their doors and windows up tight. We don't know what kind of murder-happy characters we have here." End quote. That's Chief Dunmore of Camden, North Carolina. So far, the only descriptions, the only clues anyone has of the killers come from frightened witnesses to some of the slayings. These eyewitness accounts variously describe the murderers as ordinary-looking people.
Hey, a gun! I found a gun! If it's got... I bet this is ammo here. Yeah, okay, we can defend ourselves for a while with
Some
this.
eyewitnesses tell of seeing victims who look as though they had been torn apart. This whole ghastly story began developing 2 days ago with the report of the slaying of a family of 7 in their rural home near Golden, North Carolina. Since then, reports of senseless killings began snowballing in a reign of terror that has hopscotched erratically throughout much of the eastern and midwestern states. The locations of the reports seem to indicate a general spreading from the extreme southeastern United States, north and west.
Found some shoes, too. See if these fit.
Thank you. I lost mine when I was running.
This kind of mass murder has yet been reported west of the Mississippi River, except in the extreme southeastern portion of Texas.
This place is boarded up pretty solid now. We ought to be all right here for a while. We have a gun and bullets, food, and the radio. Sooner or later, somebody's bound to come and get us out.
Clear that we were facing some kind of national emergency. So again, we join with law enforcement agencies in urging you to seek shelter in a building. Lock the doors and windows securely.
Hey, that's us. We're doing all right.
And keep tuned to your radio and television for survival instructions and further details of this continuing story.
Look, I'm going upstairs now. If anything should try to break in, I can hear it from up there, and I'll be down to take care of it. Everything's all right for now. I'll be back to reinforce the windows and doors later. But you'll be all right for now, okay?
This radio station will remain on the air day and night to inform you of events for as long as this crisis continues.
Gotta get this body out of here. We don't need to see this whenever we come upstairs.
Civil defense authorities in Cumberland have told newsmen that murder victims show evidence of having been partially devoured by their murderers. It sounds incredible, but we have confirmation from many sources that these attackers are eating human flesh. From Union City, New Jersey, we have just received a disturbing report to pass on to you. Apparently, a ferry from New York City just drifted ashore, crushing several small boats. The ferry was almost entirely overrun with the attackers. There is a report that there may be a few survivors barricaded on board the ship, but that is not certain. And so far, officials have not been able to board the ship. which is described as teeming with aimless attackers. We repeat that at this time, officials are recommending to stay indoors wherever you may find yourself, to close and lock doors and windows. If you are at work, do not attempt to return home, but take shelter where you are. Please keep roads clear for emergency and official traffic.
Ah! Ben! Bring the gun!
Calm down. Calm down.
Hold it, don't shoot. We're from town. I'm Tom, and this is Mr. Cooper. Harry Cooper.
Hey, radio.
Butler, Pennsylvania. The Butler County Sheriff has verified that reports of murder victims being partially eaten by their slayers is true.
How long have you guys been down there? I could have used some help up here.
That's the cellar. It's the safest place.
I mean, you didn't hear the racket we were making up here?
Now, how are we supposed to know what was going on? Could have been those things for all we knew.
That girl was screaming. Surely you must know what a screaming girl sounds like. Those things don't make any noise. Anybody would know someone needed help.
But look, it's kind of hard to hear what's going on from down there.
Yeah, well, we thought we could hear screams, but for all we knew, that could have meant those things were in the house after her.
And you wouldn't come up and help?
Well, if there were more of us...
Hey, the racket sounded like the place was being ripped apart. How are we supposed to know what was going on?
Now, wait a minute. You just got finished saying you couldn't hear it from down there. Now you say it sounded like the place was being ripped apart. It would be nice if you got your story straight, man.
All right, now you tell me. I'm not going to take that kind of a chance when we've got a safe place. We lock into a safe place, and you're telling us we got to risk our lives just because somebody might need help? Huh?
Yeah, something like that.
All right, why don't we settle this?
Look, mister, we came up, okay? We're here. Now, I suggest we all go back downstairs before any of those things find out we're in here.
They can't get in here.
You got the whole place boarded up?
Yeah, most of it. All but a few spots upstairs, and they won't be hard to fix.
You are insane. The cellar's the safest place.
I'm telling you, they can't get in here.
And I'm telling you, those things turned over our car. We were damn lucky to get away at all. Now, you tell me those things can't get through this lousy pile of wood?
His wife and kids down. The kids hurt.
Well, I still think we're better off up here.
We can strengthen everything up, Mr. Cooper.
With all of us working, we could fix the place up in no time. We have everything we need right here.
We can take all that stuff downstairs with us. Man, you're really crazy, you know that? You've got 1 million windows up here. All these windows, you're going to make them strong enough to keep those things out, huh?
I told you, those things don't have any strength. I smashed 3 of them a couple hours ago. I guess you must appreciate me keeping them away from your basement door.
Did you hear me? What I told you? They turned over our car.
Oh, hell, any good 5 men can do that.
Ha, that's my point. Only there's not going to be 5, or even 10. There's going to be 20, 30, maybe 100 of those things. And as soon as they know we're here, this place is going to be crawling with them.
Well, if there are that many, they'll probably get us wherever we are.
Oh, look. The cellar. The cellar. There's only one door, right? Just one door. That's all we have to protect. Tom and I fixed it so it locks and boards from the inside. But up here, all these windows, well, we'd never know where they were going to hit us next.
You got a point, Mr. Cooper. But down in the cellar, there's no place to run to. I mean, if they did get in, there'd be no back exit. We'd be done for. We can get out of here if we have to. And we've got windows to see what's going on outside. But down there, with no windows, if a rescue party did come, we wouldn't even know it.
But the cellar is the strongest place.
The cellar is a death trap.
I don't know, Mr. Cooper. I think he's right. You know how many is out there?
I don't know. I figured maybe 6 or 7.
All right, look. You two can do whatever you like. I'm going back down to the cellar, and you better decide, because I'm going to board up that door, and I'm not going to unlock it again, no matter what happens.
Now, wait a minute, Mr. Cooper.
No, I'm not going to wait. I've made my decision. Now you make yours.
Now, wait a minute. Let's think about this. We can make it to the cellar if we have to. And if we do decide to stay down there, we'll need some things from up here. So let's at least consider this a while.
If you box yourself in the cellar and those things get in the house, you've had it. At least up here, you have a fighting chance.
Yeah, as well as I can see through these boards. Looks like about 8 or 10 out there now.
That's more than there were. There's some out back, too. Let me take a look. I can't. They got the barrel and I can't get a good shot.
Here!
Yeah, that's it. Keep their hands away from the barrel while I fire. Okay, I don't think I killed either of them, but they backed off.
You there, you see? You see? They just reach in and grab you, just like that. It's all right. It's all right, Helen.
Yeah, take that. It's dead. We gotta fix those boards.
You are crazy. Those things are gonna be at every window and door in this place. We've got to get down into the cellar.
I'll go down in your damn cellar and get out of here.
Well, then I'm taking the girl with me.
What?
You leave her alone. Keep your hands off her and me and the radio and the food and everything else up here too. Because if we stay up here, we're fighting for everything, and the radio and the food is part of it. Now, if you're going down in the cellar, get.
The man's insane, Tom. He's insane. We have got to have food down there. We've got a right.
This your house?
We've got a right.
You going down there with him? Yes or no? This is your last chance. No beating around the bush.
Listen, I got a kid down there. I can't bring her up here. She can't possibly take all the racket from those things smashing through windows.
Well, you're her father. If you're stupid enough to go die in that trap, that's your business. However, I am not stupid enough to follow you. It's tough for the kid that her old man is so stupid. Now get the hell down in the cellar. You can be the boss down there. I'm boss up here.
You bastard. You know, I won't open up this door again. I mean it.
Mr. Cooper, with your help,
Oh, with my help.
Let him go, man. His mind is made up. Just let him go.
Wait a minute. Judy? Come on up here, honey.
You're going to let them get her too, huh?
It's all right, honey. Go ahead.
Well, okay then. Die up here. All of you. Not me.
If we stick together, man, we can fix it up real good. There's lots of places we can run to up here. Mr. Cooper, we'd all be a lot better off if we're all working together.
Hey, Barbara? Is it Judy? He's wrong, you know. I'm not boxing myself down in there.
And so this incredible story becomes more ghastly with each report. It's difficult to imagine such things actually happening, but these are the reports we have been receiving and passing on to you. Reports which have been verified as completely as is possible in this confused situation. It is happening.
We're safe now. It's boarded up tight.
What about Tom and Judy?
They want to stay up there? Let them. There are two other people upstairs, a man and a girl.
We heard the screaming.
Well, yeah, but I didn't know who they were. Well, I wasn't about to take any unnecessary chances.
Of course not, Harry.
Is Karen all right?
I don't know what it is. She feels warm. Maybe it's shock.
Where'd you get the bandage?
Some laundry in the basket. I tore a sheet.
Yeah, let them stay upstairs. Yeah, let them. Yeah, too many ways those monsters can get in up there. Yeah, we'll see who's right. Yeah, we'll see. They come begging me to let them in down here.
That's important, isn't it?
What?
To be right. Everybody else to be wrong.
Well, what do you mean by that?
Does anybody up there know why we're being attacked?
Well, whatever it isn't just happening here. It's some kind of mass murder. It's going on everywhere. Now, the radio said to stay inside.
Radio?
Yeah, radio upstairs. I heard a news bulletin.
There's a radio upstairs, and you boarded us in down here.
I know what I'm doing.
Well, what did it say?
Nothing. Nothing. They don't know anything yet. There's mass murder everywhere, and people are supposed to look for a safe place to hide.
Take the boards off that door.
We are staying down here, Helen.
Harry, that radio is at least some kind of communication. If the authorities know what's happening, well, they'll tell us what to do. They'll send people for us. How are we going to know what's going on if we lock ourselves down in this dungeon? We may not enjoy living together, but dying together isn't going to solve anything. Those people aren't our enemies.
Mr. Cooper! They found a television set upstairs.
Let's go up. Judy?
Yes?
If you would come downstairs for a few minutes and watch Karen, Harry and I could come upstairs.
Okay, just a minute. I'm ready to come down.
Go ahead and open up.
Karen, that's my little girl. She's sleeping now, but call right away if anything happens.
I'll take good care of her, Helen.
She's all I have. Tom, what's wrong with this girl here?
Her name's Barbara. Her brother was killed. She's not taking it too well.
Hey, give me a hand with this thing.
I gotta go help Ben with the television.
Don't be afraid of me. I'm Helen Cooper, Harry's wife.
Who? Oh. Have you?
Oh, this place is just ridiculous. Now, look at this. You see, there's a million weak spots up here. Oh, hey, give me one of those.
Her brother was killed.
Yeah, and they talk about these windows. Well, I can't see a damn thing. You know, there could be 15 million of those things out there. Yeah, that's how much good these windows are.
Why don't you do something to help somebody?
Here, I have it. Drag a couple of those chairs together.
There's a socket over here.
All right, now, Barbara, or whatever your name is, you better watch this and try to understand what's going on.
Are you kidding me? After all that...
Hey, I don't want anyone's life on my hands.
Is there anything
I don't want to hear any more from you, mister. If you stay up here, you take orders from me. And that includes leaving her alone. She doesn't need any of this from
it's
you.
on. It's on.
There's no sound. Play with the rabbit ears.
Reports, incredible as they seem, are not the results of mass hysteria.
Oh, mass hysteria. What do they think? We're imagining all this? Shut up.
The wave of murder which is sweeping the eastern third of the nation is being committed by creatures